The action heated up in the men's scratch race, even as spectators were now settling into their seats for the final night of action. And Canada's Derek Guy made an early move to make his intentions known very clearly. He would stay out front for a long stretch and was joined by the likes of Eastman of Barbados and O'Shane of Jamaica, among others, as they formed the lead bunch. And by the time they clobbered the second bunch, they were all back together waiting to sprint. But Guy would bolt again when he got bell and was strong enough to stay out front to hold off a fast-finishing Akil Campbell of TNT, who did well to catch and pass Michael Foley of Canada, who had to settle for third. The junior men's scratch race saw a small bunch duping it out the whole way, with local star Enrique de Camamond of Heatwave doing the spade work with 4 laps to go. He would stay the course as he took bell in front and had enough strength to drive to the line despite the rush coming behind him. In the end, holding on for the win ahead of Aaron Allen of Phoenix, while Rick Texonix's D'Angelo Harris was third. In the men's Keirin, local riders set themselves up nicely when they competed in the semis, and in Heat 1, they were stretched out nicely in single file, just biding their time behind the gurney. But when the pacer exited the track, it was every man for himself, as locals Quincy Alexander, Josein Phillip and Keron Bramble secured the top 3 places and spots in the finals later. It was more of the same in the second semi-final, where things heated up nicely once the gurney exited the track and left it up to the riders to do battle. And that they did, with Nicholas Paul coming over the top to take it impressively and drag his national teammate with him in Kwesi Browne, while Mexico's Ishmael Verdugo filled third in a blanket finish. That set the stage for a burst of speed in the finals, as men were just itching to go as the gurney took them around the first half of the race for places 7 through 12. But when the rush started, TNT's Jalen Sidney, riding for Canada, had his wheel in front but could feel the heat behind him as the others were starting to wind it up. And as expected, once they got it into gear, Sidney was powerless to deny Guatemala's Luis Cordon, who came over the top, latest to steal the win ahead of his teammate Brandon Pineda, with Sidney filling third. That set the stage for the main event, where 5 trainees battled the lone Mexican in Antonio Gutierrez, hoping for some crucial UCI points and a win for good measure. And for a long time, Nicholas Paul was sitting at the back of the pack, seemingly in trouble. But once the bell came, he sprang to life and put it in a burst of speed that left the fans stunned, not to mention his fellow competitors. Paul sped the line to win impressively, with national teammates Kwesi Browne second and another member of the national sprint team, Keron Bramble, filling third. Verduzco could only finish fourth ahead of Alexander, while Phillip faded to end up in 6th place, shutting it down once he realized he didn't have a chance to contest the top spot. Ruskin Mark, C Sports Extra.